A breathtaking panorama unfolds, revealing a village draped in pristine snow, its beauty untouched by the world's harshness. Diamonds of ice shimmer under the sun as playful snow bunnies dance across the glittering landscape. The joyous laughter of children echoes through the crisp air as they careen down the gentle slopes on sleds, their faces alight with glee. This is Snow White's home, a sanctuary of winter joy, where every snowflake tells a story of happiness and peace. Inside her frosty domain, Snow White embraces a miniature snowman, her love for winter's touch shining brightly. "Frosty, you're my coolest friend," Snow White declares, her voice echoing with affection in the icy air. The freezer hums quietly as Snow White cherishes her frozen companion. In a moment of whimsical joy, Snow White twirls gently with her frosty friend. Snow White adjusts the tiny scarf around the snowman's neck, ensuring he stays snug in their chilly haven. With a final affectionate pat, Snow White lovingly places the snowman back in his frosty spot. The blizzard forest is consumed by a relentless snowstorm. Trees struggle against the fierce wind, their branches bending and swaying violently. A squirrel fights to keep its footing on the icy ground. The squirrel suddenly loses its balance and slides across the ice. "Whoa!" cries the squirrel as it struggles to regain control. The blizzard forest, usually beautiful, is now wild and dangerous. Amidst the swirling chaos of the blizzard forest, Snow White, shielded by fluffy earmuffs, fearlessly glides deeper into the icy unknown. The wind intensifies its mournful cry, as if warning of unseen dangers lurking within the frozen depths. An ominous tremor courses through the ground beneath her skis, unsettling the serene facade of the winter landscape. Her eyes widen with a mix of curiosity and trepidation. "By the frozen waffles! What's that noise?" She pauses, the eerie sound growing louder, questioning the source of the disturbance in the silent forest. Snow White steps into a snowy clearing, an unexpected arena of giants. 3 giants of Giggles stomp heavily in circles, their enormous forms dominating the serene snowscape. Each giant is distinguished by a vibrant scarf red, blue, and yellow, adding a splash of color to their somber figures. The giant wearing the blue scarf is stomping, arms swinging, the scarf billowing in the wind. The giant's expressions are etched with unhappiness, their colossal size contrasting sharply with their evident discontent. A boundless expanse of snow shimmers under a pale sun, a canvas of pristine white stretching into infinity. 3 giants stand isolated in the heart of the clearing, their massive forms casting long shadows on the untouched snow. The red giant laments with childish disappointment. "No marshmallows, no fun." The blue giant whimpers, his towering figure hunched with sadness. "I lost my slipper in the snow." The yellow giant, his voice echoing with longing, demands, "Where's my bedtime story?" Their collective sorrow hangs heavy in the crisp air, each giant lost in their own world of unmet desires. In the snowy clearing, Snow White offers a reassuring smile to the towering giants. Snow White's voice rings out with confidence. "Giants, chill out. I know just what you need." With sudden speed, Snow White zooms away, leaving a glittering trail of snow dust. The giants watch as Snow White speeds off, a swirl of sparkling snow marking her path. The last glimmers of snow dust fade into the distance as Snow White vanishes. Silence descends upon the snowy clearing, the giants pondering Snow White's words. In her workshop, Snow White begins constructing a giant cocoa pot. Wearing her Melton Magic chef hat, Snow White prepares to bake marshmallow muffins. She mixes the ingredients, a flurry of flour and sugar, creating the muffin batter. The muffins bake, filling the workshop with a sweet marshmallow aroma. In the tranquil library, Snow White settles into a plush armchair, enveloped by the warmth of a sunlit day. Golden sunlight bathes the room, revealing dancing dust motes as Snow White begins to read from The Tiny Giraffe Who Learned to Snowboard. With each word, her face transforms, animated by the playful narrative and her own infectious enthusiasm. She experiments with different voices. She continues to read with enthusiasm. Giants gather in a snowy clearing, their silhouettes softly illuminated by a glowing snow fire. Steam curls upwards from mugs of cocoa, cradled in their massive hands, creating an oddly comforting scene. Fuzzy slippers adorn their enormous feet, sinking slightly into the pristine snow. The snow fire bathes the clearing in a gentle light, casting long shadows that dance with the rising steam. An atmosphere of unexpected warmth and coziness pervades, a stark contrast to the cold, snowy night. The giants, silhouetted against the soft glow, sip their cocoa, finding solace in the quiet companionship. In a snowy clearing, giants gather around a warm fire, their faces glowing in the night. Snow White sits among them, her voice weaving tales that bring joy to the giants. The giants erupt in laughter, their booming voices shaking the very sky. The clouds, stirred by the giants' mirth, release a gentle shower of sprinkles upon the snowy scene. Giants stand tall in a snowy clearing, their voices resonating through the night as torches cast a warm glow. Soft snow falls, creating a magical scene as Snow White dances lightly among the towering figures. Her laughter rings out, a joyful sound amid the giants, as she gathers handfuls of snow. She throws the snow into the air, creating a shower of glittering confetti that catches the torchlight. The giants boom in unison, their voices echoing, "Cocoa in my cup, giants in the snow, time to giggle, time to glow." A million stars blaze across a deep purple sky, casting a gentle glow over the sleeping village. Each house stands dark and still, blanketed in fresh snow. The entire village is quiet, every house dark and still. Even the squirrel is nestled in its tree hollow, fast asleep. A blanket of fresh snow covers everything, adding to the peaceful and serene atmosphere. The village sleeps soundly under the watchful eyes of a million stars. The Snow White stands beside her snowman, a picture of contentment as she yawns. The cold night air nips at her cheeks, yet she seems at peace. Her snowman stands guard, a silent sentinel in the snowy expanse. She glances at the snowman, a soft smile gracing her lips. The mug warms her hands as she drifts into a sleepy reverie. The snow glistens under the moonlight, casting a serene glow on the tranquil scene. Sunlight pierces through the snow-heavy canopy, turning the blizzard forest into a cathedral of light. The forest floor glitters, a pristine expanse of untouched snow reflecting the sky's soft glow. A hush falls over the woods, as though nature itself pauses to admire its winter artistry. From above, the narrator's voice echoes. And from that day on, the blizzard forest was the brightest bedtime forest ever. The forest stands as a beacon of light and peace, its transformation complete. An empty stage basks in the stark glow of a solitary spotlight. A voice echoes through the darkness, heralding a tale of hope. Thanks to one girl who believed snow should always come with smiles. The spotlight remains fixed as the narrator's words linger, painting a picture of innocence and joy. The stage seems to hold its breath, awaiting the story that will unfold. The narrator's voice fades, leaving the audience in quiet anticipation. In her dimly lit bedroom, Snow White lies still in her bed, the moonlight casting a gentle glow. Her eyelids grow heavy, sleep pulling her deeper into the night. Snow White murmurs softly as she drifts into dreams. Snow dreams, everyone. Zzz. She succumbs to slumber, enveloped by the quiet darkness of her room. The snowy village bursts with newfound vibrancy, a picturesque scene of winter joy. Children create snowmen, their laughter echoing through the crisp, clear air. A small child places a hat on a snowman, giggling with delight as the creation nears completion. Two children engage in a playful snowball fight, their joyful shouts reverberating through the village. A child slides down a snow-covered hill on a sled, a wide smile lighting up their face. The village radiates warmth and happiness, a perfect winter wonderland where laughter fills the air. The blizzard forest shines with a calm, bright light and unexpected tranquility blanketing the landscape. Giants, usually known for their grumbling, engage in playful games amidst the snow-covered trees. Their faces radiate happiness and contentment, a stark contrast to their previously grumpy demeanor. The forest echoes with the sounds of joy as the giants revel in their newfound peace. In a snowy clearing, Red Giant savors cocoa overflowing with marshmallows. A rare smile lights up Red Giant's face, a beacon of warmth in the icy landscape. Red Giant calls out, offering warmth. "Here, Snow White, have some!" The gesture hangs in the cold air, an invitation of kindness. The snowy clearing waits expectant under the winter sky. In a snowy clearing, Blue Giant stands, a wide, cheerful smile lighting up his face. He proudly displays his slipper, now exquisitely decorated with sparkly snowflakes. The sun catches the snowflakes, turning the wintry scene into a magical spectacle. The slipper once lost now sparkles with newfound charm, thanks to Snow White's delicate touch. In a snowy clearing, Yellow Giant listens with childlike wonder as Snow White shares a tale. Snow White's voice fills the air, captivating her gentle giant companion. Yellow Giant's eyes reflect the magic of Snow White's story. Lost in the narrative, Yellow Giant's imagination brings the story to life. In the radiant, snow-kissed village, Snow White prepares to bid farewell to her colossal companions, her spirit buoyant with affection and gratitude. With a final, heartfelt wave, Snow White sets her sights toward the heart of her village. Each step carries her deeper into the embrace of her beloved home. The warmth of her heart mirrors the glowing lights of her village. The village welcomes her back with open arms. The village is draped in pure, glittering snow under the bright winter sun. Children gather, their faces alight with joy. Snow White beams at the children, her cheeks rosy. Gather round, little ones, and I will tell you a tale of adventure. Anticipation fills the air as Snow White begins her tale. The children's eyes widen, ready to be swept away by Snow White's story. The camera pans across a sparkling, snowy village, nestled peacefully under the winter sun. The village glitters, the air crisp and clear, as the narrator's voice echoes, "Kindness can melt even the grumpiest giant." The sun casts long shadows across the pristine snow, highlighting the village's serene beauty. Every corner of the village sparkles, promising warmth and kindness in the heart of winter.